Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Jehliel. In this incarnation today, I'm going to talk about the solar annular eclipse in Libra that we are going to have on October 14th. So right now I'm going to show you the chart on the screen, and we are seeing the sun and the moon in the same degree, in the degree 21 of Libra. In fact, every solar eclipse is a new moon. They are in conjunction with Mercury. By that moment, this planet will be in Libra. Right now it's in Virgo. And all of these planets are in conjunction with the South Node and in opposition with the North Node. And at the same time, they are doing this square with Pluto in Capricorn that by that moment is going to be direct, but still stationary. This means that the planet seems to not be moving from the perspective of the Earth, and every retrogradation of every planet actually it's an optical illusion from the perspective of the Earth. So when a planet becomes direct, it starts to liberate its force, its energy. Pluto is the planet that is collaborating with us, helping us to reveal light in darkness. Pluto is linked with the unconscious, the hidden things, the taboo things, sexuality, transformation, death. All of these are topics very linked with Pluto. So we've been feeling this eclipse since the new moon of September 14th. So this eclipse is going to be very, very powerful, and it's going to show us which imbalances we should transform in the relationship with ourselves and in every relationship we are sustaining. In many cases, there will be a lot of relationships that cannot be sustained anymore. And this is about transforming codependencies and imbalances in general, energetical abuses. With energetical abuses, I want to clarify something, because I did a video a while ago talking about relationship intelligence. And these dynamics happens when we are projecting onto others parts of ourselves that we didn't integrate it. So this is not only something that happens in very toxic relationships. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's very important to identify these things and to understand that every programming that could turn in an energetical abuse that we are allowing to others or we are doing to others is actually emerging from the relationship that we had with our parents. And we know that every generation tried to do it better every time. That's what I think. But well, we are the generation that decided to do this planetary transition, this ascension process. So we are here to transform a whole paradigm here. So that's why, well, we are feeling things very intense nowadays. And this is not only about the bond we have, the relationship that we have with our close ones. This is about every person, every people. And the energy of Libra is talking about the energy of, these planets in Libra in square with Pluto. They are talking about the bond we have with the old paradigm, which is Pluto in Capricorn, in the power, how we are giving the power to that old system still. And the way we are relating to justice, the way we have created a human justice. We know that that scale have been very manipulated, has been very manipulated in favor of a few groups of people. So I'm going to stop here and I'm going to clarify something. I'm going to show you the chart again. And we are seeing Venus in Virgo. Venus is going to enter in Virgo on October 8th, and immediately Venus is going to stay in opposition with Saturn in Pisces, that is, it's still retrograde. So this Venus is the regent of this entire eclipse, is the regent of Libra. So this Venus is the one that really understands what is worth to keep investing in or not. what is really working in relationships, in our lives, in every level or not. And with this opposition with Saturn, well, this is telling us that it's very important to take responsibility right now. So I think the big lesson here is about leaving our victim role behind. I think this is the big lesson of Saturn, to claim our power back, to claim our power to transform our lives, no matter what they are right now, in terms of relationships and in terms of the bond that we are having with the old paradigm. Because let's understand something, every relationship and every exchange of energy is actually an implicit contract. So if the old paradigm is sustaining, is because we are giving our energy. The people is still giving the energy to that system. So I think it's going to be very important to take decisions from here on. This is going to start a cycle very, very powerful, where we will have to choose between the what was comfortable once, because I don't think to sustain this system anymore is something comfortable. On the contrary. In exchange to experience the independence of the soul, which is something very linked with the energy of Aries, the North Node in Aries. So we can apply this in an individual and in a collective way. What I'm trying to say is that we have to stop giving the power to things that are self-destructive, that are actually hurting us. What I'm trying to say is that we are experimenting abusive governments. We are experimenting these kind of things in a global scale. We cannot keep giving our power to those people. We cannot keep voting them. We cannot keep sending our kids to the school that they have created, because those schools are not based on creativity, are not for them to be free thinkers, are not for them to be free in a consciousness state. So we cannot keep complaining about that system and at the same time to give our energy and our power to that system. What I'm trying to say is that I put this example before, because the people that we experimented, that we went through relationships with psychopaths or narcissists, we know about how incoherent it is to stay in those relationships and asking the psychopath to not abuse. They won't stop that, because they are feeding that way. That's the way that they take energy from people. So it's not coherence to stay in those relationships and to ask them to not do it. This we could apply to the system that we are still sustaining as humanity. So it's very important right now to not hate them, to not fear them, but to not give our energy also to the system. So we are going step by step. We have to take decisions right now, and I think the situations will push. I said this before, divine justice is always operating. So many times we don't understand this. And the purpose of these people, the purpose of these elites actually is to teach us how important it is to love us, to not allow abuse anymore. Not from our inner programming and not from external things. So we are learning from this. This is a process. And we have to understand that if we retire our energy and attention in everything from this group of people, we actually are retiring them the purpose to be here. So I think it's very important to stay brave and to choose to create new things right now, to leave what is familiar but not functional for evolution anymore, and to be willing to create new things. And I heard from a lot of people that are creating communities that are trying to align themselves to a new way of life. So this is a decision, we are not obligated to do this, but I think many people, they are experimenting certain imbalances in their bodies, in their mental health, And this is a call of the soul, you know. This is a call of the soul. I know this because I experienced those things by myself. So well, I think it's very important to understand that this is like the preview, because when Pluto is going to enter in Aquarius, we're going to start the real revolution, you know. And this is about creating a state of freedom for people, that it's not about asking to a group of psychopaths to give us that freedom. That's not possible. This is about a freedom that emerges from taking responsibility, and to be conscious about the power that we have when we are pulsing things, when we are doing things. So many people think that abuse of power only happens on governments, but when you are driving and you don't respect a person that is walking, that is abuse of power too. So we really have to understand how every micro thing, individual thing, is creating all the projections, and is creating, you know, the kind of leaders that we are having right now. But this can change, and I really do believe that we are in the edge of that. So okay, I just wanted to say that I really believe in the power of light, or God, or universe. And I think that every person, every people that is actually trying to align to the call of their soul, and that they are at service of this planetary transition, well, there's only protection for those people, and all the paths is going to be opened. So we really have to decide to do our part and to trust. Well, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.